Hello, third graders. All right. Hopefully you were able to come and pick up some of those art supplies we talked about getting at the end of last week. They were out there for you Thursday and Friday after school. I know some did, but there's still a lot left in the box. So if you haven't had a chance to come and pick them up, please let me know. I'm happy to drive them to you to just make sure you have them. I think it's time to take our gesture drawings to the 3D level because otherwise we could draw these things forever. I love them, but I think it's time to do something with them. So I did pack you up this really fancy bag, and inside the bag are, there should be 6 red pipe cleaners. I'm pretty sure they're all the same color. If not, doesn't matter. There's a bathtub in here, and it's pretty messy. It's going to be what we use to make our statues. And the ingredients in here is a big cup of glue in the cup. Leave it in the cup. We don't need that yet. You don't want that glue spilling around. I even gave you a half of like an old newspaper. I'll teach you why. These and these are going to go together. I bet you can think about a little bit what's coming. You also got a coil of wire. I taped it together for you. We're going to untape that. But when we do that together, it is going to like a slinky. Like it's going to, like a jack-in-the-box. It's going to pop, okay? Wire kind of has a mind of its own. It also has little tiny points at the end where I snipped it with my scissors and wire cutters. So I do want to make sure when you open this that you're safe. It's even a good idea to wear a pair of sunglasses if you don't have eyeglasses. I have never had anybody poke themselves or hurt themselves with this, but I do like to say if we were together in a classroom, I would be sure we were far apart and that you were very careful with the ends of this wire, okay? I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do with that in a minute. There's also a bunch of aluminum foil in here, going to be very important. You might remember the wire and foil from a wire sculpture last year that we did when we made our Miro monsters. There should also be just kind of a random block of wood. This is actually real wood from a construction site that somebody donated to me. I always think that that is cool. I have lots of this, and everyone got a piece. Okay, so I'm going to put back the things I don't need. I wanted to show you what was in this bag and maybe say, ooh, come and get it, or email me and I can get it to you somehow. I'm putting away the things I don't need. What I'm going to do right now is what we're going to do in class today, and that is make a gesture. We're not just going to draw our gestures. We're going to build them. We're going to start talking about 3D. Last week we looked at Walking Man and Falling Man. We looked at Giacometti's sculptures. So I thought, hey, let's do a little practice with some real spaghetti. Let's pretend this is spaghetti. That's why it's red. Okay, so what I really want to talk to you guys about is making our sculptures and gestures really, really long. We talked about that. Long legs and arms. So it looks more like it's moving, okay? Loose spaghetti, no sticks, right? We don't want stick figures. We want to be able to bend, but we don't want to break. Sticks break. These guys don't. Alrighty. So I'm thinking, we talked a lot about 3 pieces of spaghetti, but if we have 6, that's twice as many. So I'm going to do this. I am going to think about, I'm going to lay out my 6 pipe cleaners, and I'm going to think like arms, legs, head, body. But I want my arms and legs to be really long. So I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners, and I am going to wrap them together, twist them like a wind-up toy so that they are attached. So now instead of 2 pipe cleaners, you have 1 long piece of spaghetti. This could be great arms. I'm going to do that 1 more time. So I'm going to take another set. Go ahead and do this with me. Watch what I do. Take those two ends and I make an X. Then I'm going to just twist them around each other like a twisty tie. Crank it, okay? Ask a grown-up for some help if that part confuses you, but just go back and watch it again, and you can always stop these videos, and then that way you can just like make sure you have it right, or if you miss something. Flink, flunk, flunk. So now I have two really long spaghetti noodles. Yay! I'm thinking arms and legs. This could be a great body, a torso. That is the part of your body that's like the tree trunk. And your arms and legs are like the branches. So a torso is like a tree trunk, okay? This doesn't do a whole bunch. I mean, we can twist and turn and move and all that stuff, but this is going to be the base of our arms and our legs. So I'm not going to add to this. So what I'm going to do instead, just to practice, is I'm going to figure out where I think my arms belong on this body, on this torso. I have these really long floppy arms flying away here. I want to attach them to this one pipe cleaner. So, watch how I do this, guys. Same thing as wrapping before. So, I'm going to hold my arms out the long way, horizontally. Here comes my body. I need arms, please. And they'll say, I'll give you arms. Here you go. I'm going to put them together. And then I'm just going to wrap them. We have extra arm. So we're going to twist it around this way. A little piece pop out. Yep, twist it around. And I'm going to take this one. Right arm, left arm, twisting around. Oh my goodness, he's so fun already. Like, I feel like it's like Forky. We have a new friend. You might have guessed that this would be the neck. Here are our arms attached to our body. We've got to figure right about now, though, like, where would your belly button be? Help, I can't find my belly button. I'm going to think it's right about here, Mrs. Nucci. And so I'm going to say, good, I think you're right. And right underneath the belly button, I'm going to make another X, or like a cross. Only I don't need this piece. It's going to help me hold my legs on. So I'm getting rid of it. There were 3 pieces there. I only have 2 legs. Right here. I think I'm going to twist this one also. Twist around, wrap around. Twist around. This I'm like twisting up too. And I tell you guys, sometimes this type of little step looks easy. It is easy. You're the boss. Don't let these guys boss you around, okay? But what we're going to do is these are going to turn into, look, you can even give them little feet. This is like our practice gesture. Practice controlling it. Make him do a dance move. Make him make a muscle. Make him scratch his head. Speaking of head, we got to give him a meatball. So, can you see this? It's like so fun. Okay, so I'm not super stressed about us getting a pipe cleaner head on this. I mean, the whole point is really about the gesture pose of the body, but we did talk about how the neck goes up the backs of our heads and turns into that skull, our 3D meatball head. So again, we're going to stick with that whole, let's cross our last pipe cleaner over. And any way you decide, as long as you don't get rid of the neck, we are going to attach this meatball. But listen, this could be really silly. Like, you could have a total balloon head if you want to, but then it takes away from the long gesture. So like, we have way too much meatball up here. So I'm going to really shrink that head by pulling my circle smaller. Does that make sense? Kind of like a spoon. So now I have all this leftover because like I can either cut it off with scissors. You could do that. But I like to challenge myself, and instead I'm just going to wrap it here. Give myself almost like you're putting a scarf on. And I'm going to just make sure I'm going to hook this little last piece here. I have to see with my hands. I'm sorry. But again, like I said, press pause, go back, watch that part again. And any way you get this little guy together is fine with me. And then we can think about, how do you want him to pose? Will he run? Pshoo! Will he do a handstand? Is he a gymnast? Ooh. Is he going to be a dancer? Oh. And we're going to practice posing him. And then, yeah, we're going to make him out of wire. This is a little more serious business. And I want you guys to have it for me when I see you again. So I'm going to make a video of how to do it. But for today, this is at least what I wanted you to see, how we could make this pipe cleaner. I'm going to have you watch it. And then I'm going to be able to help you, and then we're going to talk about what we need to do this project, okay? All right, so here's our practice gesture. Spaghetti man, I love him. Look. Okay, he's going to art, so he will see you at 1 o'clock. Goodbye. See you soon. I think I'll do a cartwheel there.